talking with Nyjalik Kelly, heading into year 2. You had a nice freshman season, but how did last year prepare you for your second year, and do you feel more comfortable now heading into year 2?
Well, I'm blessed to be able to play my first year, getting my nerves out the way, getting me a feel of college football. So now this year, I know how college football works. I can attack it more differently instead of trying to attack football how I did in high school. Now I can attack it how I know how to attack it.
And, your position group had a big-time addition to the coaching staff with Jason Taylor. How much have you learned from JT?
A lot. I learned a lot last year, learning more this year. It's nice to be coached by someone who was in the Hall of Fame, someone who played the same position as me, know the game at the highest level, did his thing at the highest level, and was one of the greatest pass rushers at the highest level.
Also, a scheme change this year under Lance Guidry. How do you feel about his defense and how you fit in it?
I feel like the defense is good. It fits everybody. Everybody on the team fits in this defense. Fast, explosive, everybody moving more, everybody talking, everybody relating, everybody have more energy. I feel like everybody playing the scheme well.
What are you most excited for fall camp?
I'm excited to see us compete, see us get out there, see us shed blood, sweat, and tears in practice, and then after practice we hug and laugh, and I'm ready to see family go at it so we can have a good season this year.
Last year was a tough year, 5-7. What do you guys learn from that? Because obviously you want to turn a tough year into a blessing in disguise and bounce back from that. What can you learn from that kind of adversity?
Unfortunately, we did have a bad season last year, but you can tell everybody, everybody not trying to do that this year. Everybody coming in, working, coming early, getting treatment, just taking the next step to be a good program, to bring Miami back to be a good team.
Nyjalik, thank you so much, and best of luck in the first day of fall camp.
No problem.
Thank you, sir. With Ahmad Moten, and you had a really good spring. How you feeling heading into year 2?
Like you said, I had a really good spring. Just working to keep going, hopefully getting that major rotation this year.
Yeah, man, I hope you do. What's your, so far as your size and weight, how's that compared to last year? You a little bulkier now?
Yeah, I feel more lean and I feel more looser, you feel me? Last year I came here, I was like a sloppy 317, you feel me? That freshman body, you know how that is. But now I'm 320, I feel great. I want to go, in the spring I was like 315, 320, and I was feeling amazing. Barely getting tired and all that, so I just want to get back to that. Right now I'm like 320, so around that range,
There's been a lot of changes in the defensive coaching. You still got Big Joe with your position group, but Jason Taylor is also a defensive line coach now. What's it like working with the Hall of Famer?
It's great. Like you said, he's a Hall of Famer. You don't get no better than him. I just feel like Coach Taylor, one of the best coaches in the nation. This is his first year, you feel me? You learn a lot from him as the day goes by. It's just the little things too, how you carry yourself, as a Hall of Famer, you feel me? It's a blessing, I ain't gonna lie, it's a blessing.
I love it. So as far as team goals and team unity, does it feel different from last year? Because I know 5-7 was tough for everybody.
Yeah.
Does anything feel different about the group this year?
It's more, how can I say, it's more like we wanted instead of the coaches wanted this for us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Last year I feel like it was just, we had the big name coaches, Charlie Strong, Kevin Steele, and it was like we had no choice but to be the team we're supposed to be. But this year it's more player-led, it's more player-driven, and it's just just talking to the guys like TVD, Matt Lee just came in here, or like Dean just came in here. He's like a leader, you feel me? You look at them, LT finna go first round next year. You see what I'm saying? It's just you have guys like that on your team. Cam Kitchens, like you just follow their lead. You feel me? The proof is already in the pudding. You watch their film, you watch the little accolades they get on social media. You just want to follow them.
Well, best of luck, Ahmad, and I hope you have a great first day of camp tomorrow.
Appreciate you.
You feel like you were not around for spring, so it's been kind of a crash course since you got here in the summer. How comfortable you feeling? How's the off season going for you?
I'm really comfortable. I feel like I came in at a good pace.
on track with like the rest of the team, and I just got straight to work, and I fit in. Everything about it.
You must be doing good work in the weight room, because I see you're up to 300 now. Because you were a little under that your last year of high school. So what kind of work have you been putting in?
I cut my fat. Like that was really the main thing. I cut fat before I came in. So like the 295 I was in high school was much less toned up than the 300 I am right now. So even though I've gained weight, I look much better, which is the biggest thing.
I like that. What have you learned so far from your D-line coaches, Big Joe, Jason Taylor? What's it like working with them?
Practice is everything. Like repetition. The more you rep something out, the better you're going to get at it. Keep repping it until you can't get it wrong, and you'll be fine.
So you're heading into year one, out of Georgia. Why Miami? What stood out about Miami for you?
The people, the coaches. They gave me a real family feeling recruitment. I felt safer coming here than any other place in the country. So that was the main thing.
Do you have any personal goals? Anything about your game you want to be working on during fall camp?
I feel like I need to improve my pass rush and get to the quarterback, being more effective. And, just being more of a threat at all times.
Do you feel like Miami's a program on the rise? I think there's a lot of good things happening. A tough year last year, though. How do you feel like you guys can fix whatever went wrong with the team last year?
The team is coming together like as a family. I feel like that's the biggest thing you can have with a football team. The closer the team is, the more you'll trust one another, and everybody will do their job, which will lead to the team being successful.
Well, best of luck in your first day of fall camp.
Sir.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
You're talking with Jaden Wayne, heading into the true freshman year, IMG Academy. How's the transition going for you and you played at a high-level high school program, of course, but how's the transition going from high school to college so far?
It's been good so far. Really IMG kind of like preparing for all this, because it's kind of like a college-based program really. So kind of gonna be prepared for college now. So.
Does it, I don't know, does it feel like an advantage coming in with so many guys you played with in high school? So there was like a whole IMG group that comes in this year.
Oh yeah, especially like going to CC every day at IMG. Yeah, and just going against them now, because it prepared me really.
So and you come in with a good group of defensive linemen. You and Ruben Bain get so many headlines coming up this year. Do you guys ever have any friendly competitions in practice or anything like that?
No, we're always competing, but it's all love. We just building that connection and bond. I heard we got the hashtag the Gotham Bros.
Yes.
And all that. So that was funny.
That is so cool. Is there any part of your game you feel like you've been working on and that you wanted to address between spring practice and now?
I've really just been working on my hands and my get off really, and just become more explosive as a player.
How much have you learned so far from Jason Taylor?
I learned a lot. He's teaching me things I want to work on, is more using my hands more, just getting off the ball faster, and just reading the tackles what they're about to do and everything.
You played ball in Florida for a while now, being at IMG before. Do you ever get used to the August heat that you guys are going to be in tomorrow?
I think I'm used to it. But it has been pretty hot. So.
Well, best of luck in fall camp, man. I know you're going to rock it.
Appreciate it.
Heading into year two, how different do you feel now compared to this time last year in terms of just your comfort, your understanding of Miami and the college game?
Like I said, man, I feel like the game has slowed down for me a lot, man. Just going out there, just having a more clear mind of knowing what I'm doing, just ready to play the game.
How do you feel about the linebacker room? Because there's a lot of talent coming in, including some transfers like Kiko and KJ, and a lot of young talent coming in. So how do you feel about the guys that you're going up against and with in practice?
I feel like they're all talented, man. We work on a string, man. We make each other better, man. In the film room, no matter if it's out here, we ask each other questions. We all make each other better.
What stands out most about Derek Nicholson and his coaching style?
Just his energy, man. He's very passionate about what he does, man. And he loves all his players like we're his own, man. He really cares about us, man. His energy he puts into us, man, it makes us feel great, man. It just makes us want to go out there and play even harder.
Is there any part of your game, you talked about the game slowing down, that's big picture, but anything you feel like you've been working on or you've been trying to work on since last year?
Just consistency. My consistency. Just want to be consistent, man. That's the big thing for this year. Consistency.
Does it feel different? Because last year was obviously a tough season. There was a lot of adversity. How much did you guys learn from last year? And does it kind of feel different in the locker room and on the practice field?
It definitely feels different, man. Just the energy, just more us being more locked in. I feel like we're more locked in this year. I feel like the focus is more up. Like we just have a different mentality.
Love it. Well, best of luck and have a great first day of fall camp.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Veteran, but new at Miami, KJ Cloyd. Why Miami? Why did you decide you wanted to come here?
So my favorite linebacker player here, and I've modeled my game after Ray Lewis. Yeah, my favorite linebacker. And then of course, Coach D. Nick is here. We had history, and once I entered the portal and Miami reached out, it was like love at first sight.
So talk about D. Nick as a coach and what you like about his coaching style.
So first, for me, Coach D. Nick, something that I feel he brings to the table is that he's been there. Like, he knows what it takes. He knows what it looks like. He knows how it is, and he's able to coach details that maybe some other coaches may not know because they haven't been there. And then Coach D. Nick cares about players, which all of the coaches do, but him being my position coach, I can say truly he cares about us beyond football. So there's things that he might come say to me that has nothing to do with football, but it'll make me a better man in life. And I'm from the South, so hard coaching is what I'm used to, and that's something he brings to the table.
So talk to me. I'd love to hear your impressions about Lance Guidry's defensive scheme, because I'm sure that was one of the selling points as well for you to come here, and how you feel like that fits your style.
For me, Coach Guidry is what I would like football to be. We are going to make life as an offensive player hard, and you're not going to know how or why.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to be a part of.
Yeah, and expand on that a little bit, because I hear so much, and I watched one of the greatest defensive masterpieces I've seen in a while was what Guidry's defense did to Notre Dame last year, and I hear so much about how that defense confuses quarterbacks. That's
right.
One of the main goals, right?
So for us, what we like to do is we don't want to play the coaches. We want to confuse the coaches enough and buy enough time for us to play the athlete, for the quarterback. So if you don't know what coverage we're in and you don't know where we're blitzing from, then we've just taken that part of the game and put it on your quarterback to decipher. And if you can't, it's going to be a long game.
Love it. Well, KJ, best of luck, man. Have a great season coming
Yes, sir.
up. Malik Bryant, what have your first several months at Miami been like? How are you liking this transition from high school to college ball?
Man, it's been a blessing just to learn from some of the guys and just being able to learn from the guys around me and my new coach, Daryl Nicholson. So I feel like it's been a blessing just overall being here.
Yeah, talk about Coach D. Nick and his coaching style. Like, what do you like about it? What stands out?
I see he's truly ambitious. He loves the game of football, and you can see it kind of play a role and shows in his coaching. He's very passionate, and it kind of roll off onto us as well. He give us a pregame speech in practice, almost every practice, and it kind of gets you going. You have a coach like that, you'll really do anything for him.
You're part of a really talented linebacker class and a talented linebacker room. Do you guys feed off each other? Do you have any friendly competitions in practice, anything like that?
No doubt. When you see one of your brothers going out there and making plays, I don't do nothing but infuse you to make plays and go out there and feel like you have a standard opposed, so you feel like you want to go out there and make plays. But we definitely got a talented linebacker groups. Some of the older guys, Corey Flagg, Keontre Smith, and then you got some of the younger guys like myself, Bobby Washington, Marcellus, and Popo, of course. So I feel like we got a talented group, and we all going out there chasing the same goal.
What was it, during your recruitment process, what was it about Miami that you decided this is the place I want to be?
I mainly say it was the tradition behind Miami. Being that you got other guys as far as like Edgerrin James, Ed Reed, and guys like that, Ray Lewis that played, and guys like Ray Lewis played my position before, and you seen the impact he made on Miami. You just kind of want to come in and uphold that standard.
And you know Edgerrin, right? You and Edge have like a connection or a family connection.
Right.
That's cool, man. So I'm sure being hey, you have something extra to talk about at any barbecues and get-togethers.
Right. Just him being a mentor, just him giving me the ins and outs of the program, and just him helping me overall, just being a blessing.
I love that, Malik. Do you have any personal goals? Anything you've been working on in your game that you've been trying to improve?
I say my speed, most importantly. I just say my speed because at first I was hurt in spring, so I'm just now recovering. I'm back 100% now. So I had a goal back then to like when I wanted to be healthy. So I overachieved that goal. So I'm just ready for fall camp now.
I'd love your impressions on Lance Guidry's defensive scheme and how you feel you fit into that.
I feel like I fit well into it, just being that I'm a natural rusher, and he rushes his linebackers a lot. So I feel like it's still got my playing style in there. So I feel like I'm going to make a big impact in this defense.
Thank you so much, Malik Bryant.
No problem.
So what are your impressions of Miami so far since you arrived?
I'm loving it, really. The DB room is great. They've pushed me, and there's high expectations for this season, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I love it. And do you have any personal goals heading into fall camp? Any part of your game that you feel like you've been working on, you want to improve?
Just giving 100% effort on every play. I have the technique, I have the skills to play here. I just got to show everybody. So it's just a point of proving myself all over again, which is something I've been doing my whole life, so it should be easy.
So you played, I'm sure you played in heat before, but have you ever played in this kind of humidity?
It's a little different. The first couple practices got to me, so I've been slowly adapting to it, so getting used to it though.
I love it. What are your impressions of Coach Adai so far?
Yeah, that's my guy. He's ever since I got down here, he got a film session in with me. He's been helping the younger guys out a lot. And then we also get a lot of help from the supporting cast, like Cam Kitchens. The DB room is just, we help each other a lot. So it's been great. And then Adai is just the leader of that pack.
Something I'm so interested in this year is just watching Lance Guidry's defensive scheme. Tell me a little bit about that in terms of cornerbacks and how you feel like you fit in that scheme.
I fit in perfectly. A guy he loves ball hawks, so a guy that can turn the ball over, get the ball back to the offense, score on defense, and guys that fly around. It's the defense shows a lot of different stuff, so it's great. I like it.
When you were looking at schools to transfer to, why Miami? What was ultimately, main reason or some of the main reasons why you decided this was the place?
Crystal Ball and Adai. So my old head coach from junior college, Coach Tulloch, he had a great relationship with Coach Crystal Ball. So he's told me a lot about him. So and then once I got the chance to meet him, he was telling me everything he was telling me I was seeing. So he's a real stand-up guy. He values us. He values the players more as a person than a player. So it was great. And then also Coach Adai. He was a huge reason why I chose.
Miami stacking the defensive back room with talent like yourself. They've also been stacking the wide receiver room.
Oh, yeah.
So are you looking forward to going up against these guys more in practice?
Yeah, it's been fun. We've been doing like a lot of 7-on-7. So I've got a chance to guard a lot of the guys like X and So it's been fun. I'm getting better every day.
Well, thank you so much, Demetrius, and best of luck. Porter Jr. I seemed like you had a really good spring session and a good spring game.
Yes.
How you feeling before we get to the team stuff? Do you have any kind of individual goals, parts of your game you've been working on?
My individual goals was working at the line of scrimmage, being more firm, physical. And some of my goals for this year, I'm definitely trying to win the ACC championship on my team, and then personal would say 7 interceptions. I'm trying to.
I like that.
Trying to catch up with Cam, man.
That would be that would be a big year. How do you feel about you got a new scheme, new defensive coordinator this year? How do you feel about Lance Guidry?
I love Coach Guidry, man. He's cool, easy to talk to. He has a lot of energy, and he takes care of us.
So this is your second season at Miami coming up. Is there any added comfort heading into the second year here? And also, going up against the ACC last year, you kind of have a better idea what you're in for this year.
Yeah, I feel like I'm very comfortable, very confident in my game, and I'm ready to show everyone what I can do.
I like it. Thank you so much. Lee Washington with us, true freshman linebacker. You were around for spring football. How's the transition from high school to college ball going for you?
It's great. I just had to get the momentum and get the roll in. It's from transition from high school to college. It's better. It's more physicality. It's people on your level. You have to work to get your job. Not everything is not handed to you.
How are you liking Coach Nicholson so far, and what stands out most about his coaching style?
He get on you every day. He's not a coach that lay off on you just because your name and your image. No. No days off, 7 days a week.
How do you feel as far as some of your linebacker teammates? You're sitting by a couple of these guys now, Malik Bryant, I see KJ over there. How do you feel about the linebacker room?
I feel like we have a lot of talent in this room. Malik Bryant, Wesley, Popo, and KJ. I feel like we're going to do great this year.
Now, what stands out to you about Lance Guidry's defense, and how do you feel you fit with that?
There's a lot of blitzing going on. I rush off the edge a lot and use my speed.
Like that. And that, I've always heard this about Guidry, that his defense really confuses quarterbacks. Do you kind of get that sense in practice that's your job?
Yeah, because he don't blitz one person at once. He blitz two at a time. So if you pick up on one, you have to pick up on two. And one person always free.
Is there any part of your game you feel like you've been working on and improving from spring to now?
My pass rushing.
Get those sacks this year.
Yes, sir.
Bobby, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Best of luck in fall camp. It's so nice to meet you.
Too.